Your thoughts on the speech tonight?
Well, I really liked it. I was expecting a speech where he would, talk about the accomplishments of the last 7 years and sort of a legacy speech, and instead he pivoted and talked about the next 5 years and the next 10 years and the big existential questions that Americans face, and then answered those questions as best he could, but mostly with a message of optimism and hope, and basically said, look, things are changing faster, they're going to change faster, and it's scary, and some people are on the bad end of that, but we can overcome.
Was there anything that jumped out at you that you hadn't expected to hear?
Well, I was really pleased to hear him be so emphatic on our fight against ISIS and Al-Qaeda. We know from a lot of just listening to people that people are more scared now than they've been in a long time, after
right.
Paris and after San Bernardino. It's not just young white men with mental illness shooting up a black church. It's all around destroying America, jihad. And so talking about everything we're doing to destroy them, and that America is by far the strongest country in the world. In fact, he said, it is an evil empire, now it's a failed state. Put it in good context. And I love the way he ended when he talked about one of the great regrets of his presidency was that the rancor, the political divisiveness had gotten worse rather than better. One of my favorite promises he made in the '08 campaign was that we would have a post-partisan America. Clearly it hasn't happened. He took some responsibility for it and asked all of us to be good to each other, to listen, to focus on the facts, to be kind.
Why do you think that hasn't happened?
I think there are many, many different factors in it. One is the unlimited money, Citizens United and McCutcheon, his forced money to the fringes. The political parties are much less powerful than they once were. Parties tend to be a moderating influence. Primaries tend to be an extremifying influence. So you have a lot of just very conservative Republicans now who are facing primaries from their right. This Republican in name only phenomenon. And that there are a lot of Republicans sitting on their hands today. And I said, why are they sitting on their hands? That they completely agree with what the president just said. And I realized that if they stand up and be seen clapping, it can be used against them in a primary ad. So that's part of it, and the fragmentation of the news media. And I guess also President pointed out that there are fundamental differences in America on guns and on abortion, two very obvious things,
right.
Where there are big blocks of people who with very little overlap. So.
Right. What about his pitch on money and politics at the very end? Is there any prospect for that going anywhere?
I sure hope so. I like what he did. He pointed out that almost every politician in the room hates call time when you're on the phone dialing for dollars. It's the worst part of being, and everybody has to do it.
Right.
And so the notion that we could make money less important, we could get back to connecting with voters.
How might that actually happen?
Well, the less imaginative thing is we would have a constitutional amendment that overturned, that fixed the Citizens United, fixed the McCutcheon bill, so you could really limit how much money was in.